Hello friends, it's your friend Lee McCormack from Lee Likes Bikes, Ride Logic, Ripro, and such. And I raced the True Grit 50 yesterday. That's a 50-mile cross-country race, considered one of the tougher ones in the U.S. It's very chunky, very tech, proper desert riding, like Moab style riding. I thought I'd tell you some stuff, lessons learned, right? First of all, bike. I rode my Ibis XE. It's a 100 millimeter in the back, 120 in the front. It's built, it could be like a 21 pound race bike. Mine's a 25 pound light, like short travel trail bike. 120 fork, heavy, slow, sticky tires. I also came out with an Intense Sniper XC that was loaned to me by Intense. Dude, that bike is sick. Ugh. I totally would have ridden it, but this particular one's a little long for me, and I knew it would be hard to manage for 5 hours. So I rode the Ibis. The way I ride it on the pump track, the way I ride it for dirt jumping, the same setup. So there's that. 175 millimeter dropper, rad perfect. Rad angle is pretty high at 59 degrees. It's basically a slopestyle bike that pedals. Pretty cool. Anyway, I rode that bike. I made one mistake. It's a mistake we all make. It's like race day, you gotta do something different, right? No, we should always do the same thing we always do on race day. Don't change anything. I hate shoulder packs. My shoulders are SHIT. Shoulder packs hurt. But what did I do the day before? I bought a shoulder pack and I freaking wore it. It was silly. Like, this collarbone is broken. So the shoulder pack doesn't even stay on that shoulder. It slides off. So I had to tighten it. It was a mess. It was just such a mistake. 5 minutes in, I was like, duh. So, do not do what I did. Do what I say. Don't try something new for race day. Same nutrition, same clothes, same bike, same pace, same everything. Treat your race like a ride. That's the best you can do to execute. Now, if you have racing aspirations, well, in terms of like terrain, speed, duration, find some friends with the same aspirations and ride with them. That way, your race is like a ride and your ride is like a race. That's the best chance you have. Again, I don't do a great job at that all the time. Well, I didn't at all. I didn't do that at all this time. But that's the advice, right? Train like you race like you train. Okay, there's that. Nutrition. I've never raced a mountain bike for 5 hours. The longest I've gone is 2.5. All my training is on Trainer Road and Ripro. From the middle of December, right before Christmas, till yesterday, that's over 3 months. Yeah, about 3 months. I didn't ride outdoors at all on a mountain bike. Nope. It was all Trainer Road and Ripro. And I have to give a brief commercial to Trainer Road. That is a great platform. In the past, I felt like some of the ramp rates were a bit much for my age and everything else I do with my body, but they now have adaptive training, and it's so cool. Those guys, I know them, I coach them, I respect them. What a culture Nate Pearson has established at that company. Incredible. Like, he's my CEO idol. He really is. And so, anyway, adaptive training. So when you open the app, it'll say adaptations pending. And it's basically taking your performance from as of late and then comparing that and doing math, because they have a database of millions and millions and millions of workouts with all the metrics. And then it'll say, would you like to accept the adaptation? Sometimes it's a harder workout. More often than not, for me, it's an easier workout. And I showed up and I did the work. The workload, fitness, non-issue. So Trainer Road. Now, also Ripro. Like I said, so all my training's been Trainer Road, Ripro. The longest effort I've done is an hour and a half Trainer Road, half-hour Ripro. As you know, I have to say, I invented the Ripro. We sell them. I'm not trying to sell you one. We sell every one we make. If you want one, we'll be happy to send you one. I think you'll love it. But the fact of the matter is that thing builds core strength and riding mechanics in a way nothing else does. To the point where you can be on the Trainer and Ripro and go out and do a 50-mile, pretty serious, technically demanding race and do it. So there's that. Okay. So, I've never ridden that far. And so 2.5 hours in, I said, all right, Leslie, this is the longest race I've done. Into the void we go. So for an hour and a half on the Trainer, Gatorade, great. It's been great. But that much sugar for that many hours with that much work, my stomach didn't like it, and I started to cramp. So I'm going to talk to my nutritionist, this Nicole Rubenstein at Racers is Nutrition, about that. I anticipate that we'll be drinking more electrolyte and eating more food. I'm not in a particular hurry. I'm not racing, really. So if I have to stop and look at a Vista and eat some Oreos or a Cliff Bar, that's fine. So there's that. Cramping. So about 4 hours in, my hamstring started to talk to me. And we use our hamstrings a lot, more than you think if you do it well. If you ride well, it's mostly hamstrings and butt and core. Quads are involved, but it's not primary the way cyclists think they should be. So they're used for hinging, pumping, and a lot for pedaling, the way I pedal. So anyway, 4 hours in, they start to kind of threaten a little bit of an insurrection. So I shifted my pedaling mechanics to use more quad. No kidding, 4:30, the quads start to cramp. Around then, we were almost done with the dirt part of the trail, and I told Leslie, I'm done, and she just took off. She was gone, and she wound up on the podium. She crushed it. She was amazing. So, yeah, I'm to change nutrition. That's that, right? Now we get into the more gooey stuff. So, like, I've got really bad shoulders. Left side, completely destroyed labrum, internally destroyed shoulder joint. They want to replace it. Right side, collarbone's broken, labrum is torn. This is weird. The left labrum used to hurt a lot, this is not advice, it's just an observation. Now that it's completely worn out and doesn't exist anymore, it doesn't hurt. That's not good. So anyway, so the right hurts a lot. I knew going into the race that my fitness is what it is, my strength is what it is. I'll be slow but okay, but the shoulders will be tough. And my gosh, you guys, it was hard. Like, there's no bony connection between my arm and my body. It's all muscle, ligament, tendon. It's all there is. And so for a quick pump track lap or like a short trail ride, I can hold it together. But as those muscles fatigue, the shoulder joint, the head of the humerus is rattling around in that joint capsule, bone on God knows what, right? And it was, I've got a vocabulary. I don't have a word for the white hot blinding pain I was in. It was insane. So of course, more and more I see pain as a gift of some kind. You have it, make it serve you. So then of course, if your body feels like that, you don't want to be in your body. So this philosophy has been emerging. You check out the Crescent Wrench video from like a week or two ago, that we have a mind, we have a body, cool. We also have something else. I don't know what to call it, soul, spirit, holy Oreo, I don't know. We'll call it spirit, just for sake of understanding. And so in my life and in my bike riding, I'm trying to function less from mind and body, which is what got me everything I do. I'm not particularly dumb. I work hard. I'm diligent. So I get shit done. But I know that there's a ceiling for that. And to crush through that ceiling, I have to use spirit. So I'm trying to learn to live and ride from spirit. Yay! My body hurt so damn much, I didn't want to be there. So then I started to kind of focus inward and not pay attention to those signals, and that was getting better. And then I noticed my mind. Like, I would notice like firmness in my face, like quote aggressive thoughts, like 2 hours to go, gotta pass that guy, nah. And I would let that go too. So I was like letting my mind go and my body go. And if you're not in your mind or your body, you're in that other like spirit space. This is all new to me. I'm sharing as I discover this. It's all intuition. And hey, beautiful place to be. There's no time there. You're at mile 35. You're at mile 45. I think that's probably a huge tool for endurance athletes, I'm understanding. And of course, I've mostly been a sprint athlete. And so that's cool. And then I feel like when you're in that space, the antenna is set to receive and send. And a lot of wisdom comes through, a lot of beauty. And so that's pretty rad. So that's a space I want to go to. Now, that's rad. And now I'm getting why some people just want to go run ultra marathons, because they want to go there. Another thing that happened was in a moment of intense physical pain. And a little bit, and I was like, it would have been very, very easy to go victim and go anguish, my life sucks, what am I doing this? I'm trying not to cuss. But I didn't. I just said, this is what's happening. But boy, I clicked. And I don't know how specific to be on this. I think I'm going to give you a salient detail just to kind of add some weight. into some granularity to this, some grit to this. I flashed on a moment of my life that wasn't so pleasant. Not a good time, and I flashed on that, and I was like, interesting. More and more, again, this philosophy is emerging. I feel like our spirits are kind of compelled to experience things so we can move through them and learn from them and grow. I believe this firmly. And so apparently that sort of situation and that heart race are things I've been compelled to do. And if you know me, you know that I've almost always picked the hard way. Almost always. Very high risk tolerance. And so, and it strikes me, this won't shock any of you, that taking on an event and setting two intentions, open my spirit, serve my friend, is a healthier way to experience that and to go through those boundaries than put yourselves in chronic, expensive, destructive life situations. There's that. Okay, so there you go. So I did set out with two intentions. Intention A, see what my body can do and open my spirit. And dang it, this body can do whatever I want, turns out. Pretty much, right? 5 hours? Okay. On 2 hours of training. Easy. Okay, cool. Got that. And also, I got some growth spiritually. Awesome. But more important, it's all important. I got to help Leslie. And dude, riding with her was the coolest thing. Like in the beginning, I kind of was a little quicker, especially in the tech. And I would have to wait. I was happy to wait, trust me. Happy. And then toward the end, after the first half, it got a little less tech, more workload. She is a monster aerobically. Like, I think she's world class. And so she's pushing me when it's her turn to lead. I'm pushing her when it's my turn to lead. And we did it. And I took her at good speed, and we just had fun. And it wasn't like us against the world, me against the world. It was me with her. And it was wonderful. And we always spread joy to everybody we encounter, joyride. It's good for my ego to pass a guy. I'm always about the positive, accurate, honest observation. Like, dude, that's a sick trail bike. Good choice for this course. And then he goes, this happened a lot. He's like, oh my God, you're the Lee. And I go, well, I'm a Lee, like the indefinite article. And he's like, no, you're the Lee. I can't believe I'm riding with the Lee. I'm like, well, thanks. What's your name? We chat. We hang out for a bit, That's fun. There's another guy, same conversation. He's on my wheel, I'm climbing. I go, dude, you want to pass? Like, please. He's like, are you crazy? I'm riding with Lee McCormack. And I was like, well, that's gracious. But then Leslie wicked it up and I said, I'm sorry, I got to go. I'm supposed to be pacing her. So that was pretty fun. But it tells me that the mission is working. That the books and the videos and the teaching, we, my whole team and me, we are affecting people in a beautiful way. It's coming back. Namaste to that. That's rad. And so, and I had fun with Leslie. We supported each other, and she had a great race result. Next time we can go faster and we can get an even better one, right? But this struck me last night. Like, I was a pretty dedicated downhill racer in my 30s. I've won nationals. Like, my only goal in life was to win a national. The first one I won was in Durango, the downhill. I won it by a ridiculous margin. It was crazy. And you know what? In terms of spiritual fulfillment, of true happiness, of how I feel today, yesterday was better. I didn't check my time. I didn't check the results. I don't care. That's not why I went there. I'm not going to check them. I don't care. That performance, that experience was way more gratifying than winning a national. Way better. So, I think that's pretty cool. So, I guess, upshot, train like you race. Race like you train if you want to race. Racing's optional. When you do these things, do them with intention, right? I found a lot of knowledge in there. I served my friend. I served myself in a monstrous way. And I had a really good time. So that's that. I hope there's something useful in there for you. I'm pinning a really fast turn on the freeway here in my van. Pretty funny. And I hope that's useful for you. And namaste, man. Right? Namaste. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.